Hey, 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 it's your girl Aniya A, and I am live here for my after hours afterthoughts segment with you guys on YouTube. Listen. Tonight was such a remarkable night, such an amazing night. I actually let out some truths about me that a lot of people didn't know. And I was able to do so transparently because of the interview that I had that rocked. And I kid you not, sometimes people like flood my lines because they're listening, but they're not like taking notes and things like that. But tonight, the people were super duper wild with it, and I know they were listening, taking notes, and really thinking because it's kind of hard to do all three at the same time. I know people are like, I can walk and chew gum. Well, that's not that hard. What's hard is to think, to process, to take notes, to analyze, as well as to break down the information while you're watching a live program like the Aniya A show, right? So with that being said, welcome back. Hold on one second. I got to write something real quick. You guys know how we do. After thoughts hours with your girl, Aniya A, live on YouTube. Now, what's funny is I was super tired tonight and I did not even want to do this, but I had to. After I did my live interview tonight, I was just super empowered. And hold on, let me put this down a little bit so you guys can see my name tag. Can you see the name tag? Oh, yeah. It says Aniya A, just the way I like it spelled, Launch and Grow, and is brought to you by Operation Hope and CIT, which is a bank owned and operated by a female. And also, oh, sorry, somebody's calling me. I can't talk right now. And also it says, ready? Powering women entrepreneurs. What does that mean to the everyday person that is trying to fulfill their dreams, trying to go after their visions, but they're having a hard time doing so? Let me tell you what that means. That means you watch somebody like Aniya A, who's gone through the struggle, who's been through hell most of her life, and all of a sudden she's actually making it, and she's actually thriving, surviving, but also smiling. And tonight, one of the things that happened is I literally gave my in-depth analysis, but also I took off the mask. I took off the facade of basically what I've been through, but also where I'm trying to go. The reason being is, sorry, I had to move around a little bit. The reason being is because, you know, when people see you a lot of the times, you know, especially if you're in a bad predicament or whatnot, they'll assume that you're more than likely going to stay in that spot. You're more than likely never going to achieve anything. And so what you can't do, though, is you can't reveal your dreams or your visions to people that do not see beyond what's in front of them. Last night, going back, and I'm coming back to my thought, right? Last night, I interviewed the man, Dr. Alim Muhammad, aka Muki Fuad. And we talked in depth about life, you know, what's happening presently, post COVID, during COVID, etc. But we also got into a deep discussion about faith and interference, because last night, for the first time in starting this show, the interference was so much so that he couldn't hear me at certain parts. He couldn't see me. He was asking me if I could see him. I mean, it was spooky. And all of a sudden it dawned on me what happened. What happened and what was happening was we were speaking the truth. We were speaking about interferon. We were speaking about things that, you know, those people out there, I don't like to go into in depth because there's key words that are utilized, which we know that will spark the interest of Big Brother and those with power and things like that. And what happened was during the interview, I understood it. I was like, oh my God, hold on. The reason why we're getting all of this interference is because we're talking about interferon. The last time Dr. Aleem Muhammad was on my show, it was the first time I broke over 1,500 views in one night. He talked basic. He did not go into interferon. He didn't go into too much about what was happening governmentally, because he knew, just like I did, especially during the beginning of the pandemic, that more than likely he was on the radar. Typically, people that have this type of information are under the radar, and he didn't want things to go cray. Fast forward, I realized at that moment what was happening, and I was super stoked. Not because it was happening, but because I could crack the code. Follow me. I talked about faith and I talked about God. Now, again, I tell people all the time, you can believe in God, you can believe in Allah, you can believe in the trees, you could believe in whatever. Just believe in something bigger than yourself, right? A mighty power or something, because you can't go through life not believing in nothing at all. So I remember saying and feeling in my spirit that at that exact moment, knowing that God does not choose the likely to share his messages. In other words, he chooses those that are the most unlikely, the most different candidates, because he knows that those people will be able to relay the messages because of the battles and the struggles that they've been through. And I remembered about Moses at that moment, and I shared it live, not because I wanted to be all like, I'm Aniya A and I know the Bible and blah, blah, blah. No, because when I feel a thing, sometimes I have to say it. When you think about it, when you think about all the people of faith or all the people that have done things that were super dope, they all started off with a struggle. Their lives were not perfect. They were not handed silver spoons. They didn't just wake up with parents that were working 9 to 5s and had the mansion on the hill with the white fences. More than likely, the ones that really make it and change the world are those that suffer the most, are those that struggle the most, are those sometimes that are bullied the most. And I remembered Moses at that very moment, because Moses had a message from God, but he could not relay the message because of all the problems that he was enduring. Furthermore, he didn't even want to be chosen by God. Remember, he fought God and was like, I'm not doing this. I can't. You have to choose somebody else, God. There is no way that me, the person that stutters, the person that has all these issues, the person that his mom, gave birth to me, God. And my mom was like a slave, and my mom was treated so poorly that my mom had to put me in a basket, God, and send me down a river with scorpions and sharks and alligators and critters and bugs. And you want me to speak? And God, don't forget, I was raised in the king's home and my mom did breastfeed me, but that was like a coincidence, wasn't it? And it wasn't. Because there's always a silver lining in every message. Where we look at the message or the messenger as somebody that has problems, as somebody that's not able to accomplish a whole lot because of their waywardness or their past, or even, some of the things that they're dealing with presently when you meet them, God says, that's the person. That's the person I want to share my message. And the rest of the world is like, God done lost his mind. Why can't I be chosen? I made it. I made it out the hood. I have a Ferrari, or I have a vacation home in South Beach, Venice, South Africa, you name it. Why can't God choose me? God doesn't choose those who have it for a reason. You know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because more than likely, the ones that do have it, they're tainted. The ones that do have it, who have made it without God, who kind of have made it on their own and things of that nature, become callous, become unruly, and become conceited. But if God chooses you in the midst of your mess to share a message, you're more likely to be humbled. You're more likely to be grateful, thankful, more loving, more caring, because He chose you in the middle of your mess. And you will become a success story because you'll never forget where you came from. Now, how does that story correlate till today? I shared a lot of truth today that I wasn't anticipating on, but you know what? Why not? Why not, right? And I shared the story of how, like, all of my life, everybody would come up to me and say, Aniya A, you're the next Oprah. You're gonna be Oprah one day. You're Oprah Junior, Aniya A. You have what it takes. You are amazing. You have this skill, and you're gonna do great things, and you're gonna be on TV. And I would always fight everybody. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, Oprah is like a multi-gazillionaire. Secondly, Oprah is on national television. Thirdly, Oprah, and I would just go on of all the reasons I could not be Oprah, because in my mind, it was just unfathomable. And then I met Oprah, and I realized Oprah's human. She was a little girl. I was a little girl. She had struggles. I still have struggles. Oprah has so many similarities to my life story, or I have so many similarities to Oprah's story, that it's absolutely insane. And one of the things, and why I correlated yesterday's message on the Aniya A show to today, is because it was through her mess that she became so successful. It was while she was down and out that she realized what her calling was. And oftentimes, people do not see the silver lining. They don't realize that they don't have to be perfect to get everything that they've dreamed and envisioned about and things like that. You don't have to be perfect to follow your heart. You just have to follow your damn heart. You know what I mean? And I share that to say, tonight I took off my mask. I took off the facade. I stopped hiding and I declared what I wanted. And the reason being is because the woman that I interviewed tonight, Rachel Hood, was one of the first people that ever gave me a chance at being truthful. It started off during a meeting to find out what my credit score was like. Because as we know, a sister kind of afraid, to find out what that credit score like, ooh, I don't even have credit, do I? I mean, I don't understand this thing called credit. First of all, checking your credit is not that bad. Let's start there. And I did it, and my credit was pretty damn good for somebody that had no idea what credit was about. So I want to share that. Check your credit. It may make a difference in your life. And if things are really difficult, and if your credit is not where it needs to be, reach out to me and I'll connect you to Rachel Hood. It's very simple, actually. I'll do that for you, because the organization that she works for, Operation Hope, provides all free services and resources. So that's my gift to you. Anyway, moving forward, excuse me, it's been a long day and I'm a little moist. Moving forward, I shared one of the primary reasons I was able to interview Rachel on the Aniya A show was because the Aniya A show is not just something I'm doing for fun. It's what my business plan was for my business planning competition pitch, etc. And tonight I relieved myself and revealed certain things that I haven't been necessarily hiding from the world, but it was nobody's business until tonight. Because again, people sometimes beat you down, attack you, try to squander your dreams and visions because they cannot see what you see. Just like God sees what we cannot see, and He utilizes us for His purpose and His glory. So in closing, I want to say this to the person that's going to be watching tomorrow, next week, whenever. First of all, There's a part of this message that God wants you to hear. I feel it as a woman of God, but also as somebody that has a spirit of discernment. There's a reason I had to share this tonight. And for whoever you are, and you've been battling with your dreams, your visions, with how you're going to make it, do not give up. Do not stop dreaming. Do not stop believing. Go after your heart's desire and find the resources you're looking for. And I'm speaking this into existence for somebody now. You're looking for resources, you're looking for help, but you've been looking in the wrong place. You're going to dream a dream. God is going to reveal it to you where you need to look, and you are going to be able to go forward. That's my word for you tonight. Somebody's going to watch this. You've been dreaming, you've been envisioning, but you have not found what you've been looking for. You're going to have a dream. And when you wake up, you're going to be led to where you need to go. Let me know how that goes out for you. Let me know how it works. I'm telling you, I feel it in my spirit. Anyway, with that being said, I'm getting blown up. I'm getting calls and messages and things like that. But that's not why I'm shutting down. I'm shutting down because Oprah is human. When people were saying all these things to me about me being the next Oprah and different things like that, I had never even taken a photo, like a headshot of myself. But you see this beautiful photo of Aniya A back here? My first headshot. I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I'm an author, a motivational speaker. I've been on national TV. I've met Oprah, actually. I've met her. And that's why I can say that Oprah is human. And not only is she human, but she had a dream. I have dreams. You have dreams. She had visions. I have dreams. I have visions. You have visions. We all have visions. So whatever it is you're envisioning, go after it. And my truth tonight is I'm going after everything that I've dreamed of and I've envisioned. And I'm remembering, keyword, I'm recalling, remembering, whatever, everything these people have said all their lives to me, like everything that they've put in my spirit, the good stuff, you know, you're the next Oprah, you're going to be on national TV, you're going to do this, you're going to do da, 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 you have it, da, da, da. It's happening. I did a business plan behind this. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid. And if I'm not afraid, then if I don't have anxiety anymore, and if I could share my truth with people, strangers, people I probably never met face to face, whom I probably never will meet face to face, then you know what? Whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you're envisioning, go after it too. It's possible. With that being said, tune into the Aniya A show tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific or Mountain Standard Time. I just love saying that now because I have friends on the West Coast and stuff that get interviewed with me. Who would have thought, right? And continue to support. And if you want to support with a cash donation or support as we're sending items, essential items to Haiti and Africa, you can do that by doing that one little money symbol and the Aniya A show right on Cash App. Thank you again tonight for joining and watching, sharing with a friend, learning, growing, and being amazing. Oh, and you can be a part of the Launch and Grow program, which is a free virtual cohort. And you can find out, hold on one second, because before I shut down, I'm going to share this with you guys. Hold on one second. I'm going to share the cohort information if I can find it. I posted it earlier for the people. If you guys want to be a part of Rachel's cohort, well, it's not really Rachel's per se. It's for the Operation Hope group. You can go to, man, you need to just go to the Aniya A show and check out the interview with Rachel Hood, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that information. I know it's like Eventbrite. One second. Let's see. Yee. Hold on. Oh, man. So many messages. And I don't see. Oh, you guys can go to virtualhope.eventbrite.com. Check that out. Virtualhope.eventbrite.com. for the Rachel Hood, aka Financial Wellness Coach of Operation Hope. That's where you can find the virtual free cohort where you can win a business planning competition. Thank you again for watching. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.